Thursdays are all about advice. Welcome to Thursday Advice Booth. I'm your host, Sarah Fraser. Little background, you may know me, you may know my name. Used to co-host a radio show called The Kane Show on Hot 99.5 in DC. Worked in TV in DC. Just left a couple months ago, pursuing my dream, changing the way people watch talk shows, and I'm currently pitching some of my own show ideas. So this morning, I made a great announcement. I am teaming up with DJ Flounder. Flounder, you may know, used to work at DC 101. He has an awesome entertainment company. He hosts weddings, bat mitzvahs, bar mitzvahs, corporate events, happy hours. Like, you want us to come out and host your happy hour, and we'll do boy band happy hour theme for 2 hours where everyone wears your favorite boy band t-shirt, and then we sketch our favorite boy band member, and I'll MC on the mic, and then we'll party together. Okay, that's what we're doing. Because it was all a buzz this morning. You guys were tweeting and Facebooking me saying, Sarah, what's the deal? Are you moving to New York or are you staying in DC? I've decided I'm probably going to be bi-city. Okay, so I'm going to go between New York and DC. I'm totally bi. And I'm just working away and pursuing my dream. And it's been going great. And I love doing advice on Thursdays. And I have been getting, you guys, it's insane. I've been getting so many of your questions where you need advice. And I'm trying to get to them all. I'm actually going to do 2 installments probably today. So we'll get right to advice booth this week was free for all. So we'll get right to it. Jess H wrote to me and she says, Sarah, my brother had a great job as a graphic designer. Lost his job because he wasn't willing to make the changes that the company wanted. Needless to say, now he's been jumping from restaurant job to restaurant job, and my mom is paying for his housing and expenses, etc. He's not particularly close to either of our parents, but I'm wondering how I can talk to him and what I can say to get him back on track in graphic design, which he loves. So Sister in Distress is how she signed it. So Sister in Distress, I'm going to say this, because I think my brother went through a very similar thing. I think you need to be patient. It may take him a lot longer to actually figure out what he wants to do. And you're very fortunate, right? Because you two are super close and he has you to talk to. My advice is this. I think that you keep every time you guys get together, you say to him, because I think you have to realize that maybe being a graphic designer isn't his passion. So the truth is, you've got to help him figure out what that is that he really wants to do. And I hate to tell you this, but your mom's an enabler. By giving him money, it's not a lot of incentive for him to grow up, which I know is what you want him to do. But I think when Seth was having problems, that's my brother, he was very close with myself and my mom, so we would always sort of work away at him and say, okay, how do you feel about this? Do you like how your life is? Do you like being in the position that you're in? If you can sort of talk to him how he's feeling, how he wants to get motivated instead of lecturing him, I think it will help. And of course, it's always tough taking on your parents, right? Because sometimes us as kids have to be in the parent role, but you may want to have a conversation with your mom about how long she plans on supporting him, because why would he want to get a serious job? Tanaka says, how do you break a 9-month dry spell? Honey, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you want to have sex after a 9-month dry spell, you got to make it your full-time job. Because the truth of the matter is we all go out on a Thursday night. We have a couple drinks. We go, I'm too good for him. I'm too good for him. He's not cute enough. He said the wrong thing. You got to be out 3 nights a week and you got to be open, okay? You got to take what comes along. And sometimes it might not always be the A team. It may be the F team. But it will break the spell. It's a full-time job. At Billy941 on Twitter says, Sarah, new car or certified used? My wife says buying a certified used, you're just taking on new problems. I say it's saving money. Honey, I'm with you, Billy. Tell your wife I love her, but the truth is the minute you drive a car off the lot and it's brand new, you lose 10 grand. I say do your research, certified new. You got to ask around and go to someone reputable. I never buy new. Every car I've ever owned, including the Chrysler New Yorker, the Silver Bullet, was a used vehicle. Oliver says, my girlfriend has brought up marriage twice in the past couple of months. She's older, and she also tells me that she doesn't want to have children. I want kids. Is it wrong to stand up and leave the relationship? Oliver, you answered your own question. Relationships don't work, in my opinion, because people aren't really honest with what they want deep down. And they don't listen to the signs. So, Oliver, I think she's told you everything you need to know, okay? She wants to get married, and she doesn't want to have children. Those two things, it sounds like you're not ready for. It's going to be difficult to make the decision. You need to take a deep breath. You need to sit her down, and you need to break it off. And I will tell you, if you go ahead and marry her, you are going to be miserable because you want something entirely different. And Jimmy wrote to me and he says, Sarah, my weight is 210 pounds. I'm a man. I'm ashamed of my weight. I wear a jacket 24/7, no matter the season. I'm the guy with low self-esteem. Is there something I can do? Jimmy, I have been there. I have been that person that has also worn a jacket when it was 90 degrees out like it is today. I'd be walking around with a full-on parka on and shorts. People would be like, what's wrong with her? It was because I hated the way I looked. So I am totally against diets. You guys probably know this. I don't think that diets work. I refuse to go on a diet. I have been anorexic, bulimic. I've had tons of eating issues for years since I was 15. And I started going to see Robin, my mindful living therapist, about 3 years ago. Robin changed my life about becoming more aware of what I eat, how does it make me feel, and truly it's about loving yourself, and you have to get to that place where you realize that your worth is more than the size of your pants. Some books that really helped me, the self-compassion diet was really big. Diets don't work, and I know you're a guy, you're not going to like this title, but the book Women, Food, and God by Janine Roth changed my life. Buy it on tape, then you don't have to walk around with a book that says Women, Food, and God. It applies to anyone, and it basically says that we're eating, if you're overweight, and I've been there, you're eating too much because you're masking some problems. You're truly unhappy in your life. And I have been unhappy in many moments in my life, and including college. Like, I was just depressed. I wasn't working towards what I want, and I completely medicated with food. So I want you to know, Jimmy, that you're an amazing person. I know you might not feel that way, and it feels uncomfortable, but if you change the way you talk to yourself and your body, that will be a big start. And one of those books can make a huge, huge difference. You guys, thank you so much. I'm going to do Advice Booth second edition because I got great questions this week. You can always email me. It's Sarah with an H at heyfrage.com if you have a suggestion about Thursday advice, what it should be next week. Love, 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 love you. Thank you guys for all the support. I cannot even tell you. I'm trying to get to your emails, but do you want to come be my assistant? I need an assistant at this point. Love you. See you next week.